Every single day, millions of Americans pour themselves a glass of wine with dinner, or settle into the evening with a cold beer, genuinely believing it is harmless. Many of you have even been told by your own doctor that moderate drinking is good for your heart. But here is what most physicians are not telling their patients. The very substance you've been consuming for decades, the one sitting in your refrigerator right now, is one of the most potent neurotoxins your nervous system will ever encounter. And if your feet are burning at night, if your hands feel numb or tingly, if your balance has quietly gotten worse over the years, this video may finally explain why. Because the poison I'm about to describe is legal, widely celebrated, and sitting in roughly 40% of American homes tonight. I'm Dr. Sarah Mitchell, and this channel exists to bring you the most current, evidence-based health research, explained clearly and honestly for adults who want real answers without the medical runaround. If straight talk about your health is what you've been looking for, subscribe now and ring the bell so you never miss what we cover here. Now let's talk about what alcohol is truly doing to your nervous system, because the science on this is far more alarming than most people realize. The substance is ethanol, the specific chemical found in every alcoholic drink, whether it's wine, beer, or spirits. While public health conversations tend to focus on alcohol's effect on the liver, the nervous system is suffering equally, and often silently, for years before anyone connects the dots. Here is what makes this so alarming, and why I felt this video was urgent. You do not have to be an alcoholic for this damage to happen. Research published in the Annals of Neurology found that even regular moderate drinking, defined as 1 to 2 drinks per day, can trigger a condition called peripheral neuropathy, which is the medical term for nerve damage that primarily affects the hands, feet, and legs. Studies estimate that up to 46% of people who drink regularly show measurable signs of nerve damage, even without any other sign of alcohol-related disease. Nearly half. That number stopped me cold when I first read it. So what is actually happening inside your body? Let me explain it plainly. When you consume alcohol, your liver processes it and converts it into a compound called acetaldehyde. Here's the part most people don't know. Acetaldehyde is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same danger tier as asbestos and tobacco smoke. This compound travels through your bloodstream, penetrates your nerve cells, and attacks the mitochondria, the energy-producing structures that keep every nerve alive and functioning. When mitochondria are disrupted, nerves begin to malfunction. They fire incorrectly, producing burning and stabbing sensations. Or they go quiet entirely, causing numbness and loss of sensation that starts in the feet and creeps slowly upward. But that's only one of the mechanisms. And what I'm about to tell you next is the piece that most doctors completely miss. Alcohol simultaneously destroys the single most critical vitamin your nervous system depends on, thiamine, also called vitamin B1. Thiamine is not optional for your nerves. It is the essential fuel for nerve conduction, the electrical process by which signals travel from your brain to your feet, your fingers, your organs. Without adequate thiamine, nerve fibers begin to degrade. They can no longer transmit information accurately. A detailed review in the journal Nutrients confirmed that alcohol blocks thiamine absorption in the gut, accelerates its breakdown in the liver, and simultaneously increases the body's demand for it, a catastrophic triple depletion. For adults over 60, who already tend to have lower thiamine levels due to reduced dietary intake and diminished gut absorption, this depletion can reach dangerous thresholds surprisingly fast. Comment below right now and tell me, are you experiencing tingling, burning, or numbness in your feet or hands? Even occasionally? I want to know how many people watching this are already living with these early warning signs. Margaret was 68 years old when she was referred to me by a colleague of mine. For 2 years, she had been waking up every night with a burning sensation across the soles of her feet. 3 separate doctors had told her it was probably early diabetic neuropathy, despite her blood sugar being only mildly elevated. What none of them had ever asked, not once, was how much she drank. Her answer was 1 to 2 glasses of wine each evening, consistently, for more than 15 years. That's roughly 3,000 glasses of a direct neurotoxin over that period. After committing to a targeted nerve recovery protocol, which I'll walk through in detail shortly, and eliminating alcohol completely, Margaret's nighttime burning decreased by more than 60% within 12 weeks. Her balance improved measurably. Her sleep returned. She described it as getting her life back after years of being told nothing could be done. Her case is tragically common. A 2022 analysis from Johns Hopkins Medicine concluded that alcohol-related neuropathy is severely underdiagnosed, largely because clinicians rarely ask patients directly about drinking habits, and because the symptoms mimic so many other conditions: diabetes, spinal stenosis, vitamin deficiency, and normal aging. Let's go through those symptoms carefully, because recognizing them early is the difference between reversal and permanent damage. The first and most common sign is a burning or tingling sensation, pins and needles, that typically begins in the feet and lower legs. Many people describe this as feeling like they're walking on broken glass, or like their feet are on fire while the rest of them is cold. As nerve damage progresses, these sensations can travel upward into the calves and eventually the hands. Loss of coordination and balance is another major sign, and one that goes dangerously unaddressed. Falls in older adults are one of the leading causes of serious injury and death, and a significant portion of those falls are traceable to undiagnosed neuropathy that was never connected to its root cause. You may also notice muscle weakness in the lower legs, difficulty with fine motor tasks in the hands, or episodes of sharp electric pain that arrive without warning. Here's what I need you to understand, and this is important. These symptoms are not simply inconveniences to manage with pain medication. Peripheral neuropathy increases fall risk, disrupts sleep, contributes to depression and cognitive decline, and permanently reduces quality of life when the underlying cause goes unaddressed. But here is the piece of hope I want you to hold on to right now. When alcohol is the primary cause, the damage is often partially or fully reversible, particularly in the early and intermediate stages. The body can heal, but you must give it the right conditions to do so. Before we get to the protocol, I need to cover one more mechanism that most doctors never mention. Alcohol activates inflammatory pathways that attack the myelin sheath, the protective coating surrounding your nerve fibers. Think of myelin like the rubber insulation around an electrical wire. When that insulation is damaged, signals become erratic, slowed, or blocked entirely. Research from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism confirmed that chronic alcohol exposure drives significant neuroinflammation in the peripheral nervous system, completely independent of thiamine depletion. So you're dealing with two simultaneous forms of assault: direct toxic damage from acetaldehyde and nutritional devastation from B vitamin depletion. Both must be addressed together for real recovery to occur. Here is exactly what the evidence supports. Step 1 is reducing or eliminating alcohol. I know that is not simple for everyone, and I'm not dismissing the challenge. But the research is unambiguous. The most powerful single intervention for alcohol-related neuropathy is removing the neurotoxin. Even cutting from daily drinking to 2 or fewer occasions per week has been shown in clinical literature to meaningfully slow nerve deterioration. Step 2 is aggressive thiamine restoration, using benfotiamine, a fat-soluble form of thiamine that penetrates nerve cell membranes far more effectively than standard water-soluble B1. Take 150 milligrams of benfotiamine daily with your largest meal. Standard multivitamins contain 5 to 10 milligrams of thiamine, which is far below therapeutic levels. Look specifically for the word benfotiamine on the label, not just thiamine or vitamin B1. Available at most health food stores and on Amazon. Search benfotiamine 150 milligrams, third-party tested. Step 3 is alpha-lipoic acid. A 2023 meta-analysis in Frontiers in Pharmacology reviewed 14 randomized controlled trials and found that 600 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid daily significantly reduced neuropathy pain scores and improved nerve conduction velocity in patients with peripheral neuropathy. Take 600 milligrams once daily with food. Step 4 is vitamin B12 in the methylcobalamin form specifically, not cyanocobalamin, which is the cheaper version found in most bargain supplements. Take 1,000 micrograms daily, dissolved under the tongue if possible for optimal absorption. Alcohol-driven B12 depletion amplifies thiamine loss, and both must be corrected simultaneously. Step 5 is reducing neuroinflammation through omega-3 fatty acids. 3 grams of high-quality fish oil daily, standardized to at least 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA, has been shown to reduce inflammatory markers in the peripheral nervous system and support myelin repair over time. Critical safety note: please discuss this protocol with your doctor before starting, especially if you take blood thinners, heart medications, or any medication for diabetes. Alpha-lipoic acid can lower blood glucose levels, which is important to monitor. Give yourself 12 to 16 weeks on this full protocol. Nerve tissue heals slowly, but patients who combine alcohol reduction with targeted nutritional support often begin noticing meaningful changes in burning intensity and sleep quality within 6 to 8 weeks. Harold was 74 when he first mentioned to his doctor that he had almost no feeling in the toes of both feet. He'd assumed it was permanent, just part of getting older. He started benphthiamine and alpha-lipoic acid, cut from nightly drinking to weekends only, and added methylcobalamin B12. At his 12-week follow-up, sensation had begun returning to both feet. At 6 months, his neurologist documented measurable improvement on nerve conduction testing. He told his daughter he could feel the carpet under his feet for the first time in years. The nerves you have today can still be protected. For many of you, they can still partially heal. Comment below and tell me, has a doctor ever raised this connection between alcohol and your nerve symptoms? Or is this the first time you're hearing this? Your experience in the comments could genuinely help someone else watching right now connect dots they've been missing for years. The most important thing I want you to carry away from today is this: alcohol is not a benign substance for anyone, and it is especially damaging to the nervous system of an adult over 60. But the science of recovery is real, the protocol is specific, and your body is more resilient than you may have been led to believe. If this video revealed something your doctor has never mentioned, comment "eye-opening" below, and please share this with someone who is living with unexplained burning or numbness in their feet. You may be changing their life with a single click. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We release new evidence-based videos every week on exactly these kinds of overlooked health connections. Next week, I'll be covering the one mineral that over 70% of adults over 60 are severely deficient in, and how that single deficiency is quietly accelerating memory loss, muscle weakness, and heart risk all at once. It's a video you'll want to see before your next doctor's appointment. I'm Dr. Sarah Mitchell. Stay informed, stay well.